Welcome to the deep dive. So today, we're really digging into something fascinating. We've got a set of sources aiming to simplify communication, a really complex, but let's face it, essential skill. Specifically, excerpts from what sounds like a very practical English podcast for beginners,
Right.
Focusing on those daily use sentences.
Right.
And our mission today, well, it's not just to list the sentences, but to really unpack why these particular ones are labeled must-knows and, the actual power they have in everyday interactions.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how they distill communication down into these bite-sized, actionable phrases. It's a great example of targeted learning, really focusing on high-impact stuff that gives the learner immediate utility.
Right.
If you think about the bigger picture, it's really about building that foundational confidence, which is just crucial for any new skill, not just language.
Absolutely. So this specific guide, it focuses on 5 daily use English sentences you must know. And it even claims they're designed to help you sound, quote, natural and confident, at home, work, shopping, wherever. It promises to go slow, say them clearly, give examples, all that. But, okay, English is huge. How do you possibly pick just 5? What makes these 5 so essential?
Well, that's a great question, and it really gets at the strategy here. These aren't just random picks. They seem deliberately chosen to address these sort of universal human needs in interaction.
Okay.
Things like asking for help, saying you're confused, showing you understand, signaling you'll be back, offering goodwill. They're not just words, they're social tools, really.
Social tools, I like that. Okay, let's unpack the first one then. The first golden phrase they mentioned, can you please help me? Now, the source says you can use it anywhere. It gives examples like, can you please help me carry this bag? Or help me find the right address.
Right.
It emphasizes politeness, simplicity, super useful. But is it almost too basic?
Well, see, I think that's the power of it. It's basic, yes, but it's enabling. It gives you the power to navigate situations where you're stuck. Basically, whether you lack information or, physical capability, it's a polite way to bridge that gap. And it fosters connection rather than just frustration. It's about solving a problem right there and then.
That makes sense. It's functional. Okay, next up, one that maybe takes a bit more courage. I don't understand. The source actually says, it's okay to say this. You don't have to pretend. Like, sorry, I don't understand the question, or I don't understand what you mean. And it highlights that saying this shows honesty helps you learn faster.
Yeah, this one's critical. Absolutely critical for genuine learning and just avoiding misunderstandings down the line. It encourages active engagement, clarifies things, which is so much more productive than just, nodding along pretending you get it.
Right. Been there.
We all have. It's really a tool for self-advocacy in communication. It's saying, hey, I need a bit more help here.
Okay, now here's one that I find really interesting for building positive interactions. That's okay, no problem. The source calls this one showing kindness and maturity. Like, if someone makes a mistake, bumps into you, steps on your foot, instead of getting annoyed, you say, that's okay, no problem. And they claim people will love your calm and positive energy. That seems like a big claim for a small phrase.
It does seem big, but think about the social dynamics. This phrase is huge for what we call face saving. For both people, actually.
Face saving.
Yeah, like preserving dignity. We all make small mistakes. This phrase lets you smooth things over instantly. It de-escalates any potential awkwardness or conflict. It reinforces that positive social connection. It's about managing expectations, showing a bit of grace, makes everything run smoother, more pleasant.
Like social lubrication.
Exactly, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, what about needing to step away? The source introduces, I'll be right back. It says you can use it at work, in a shop, if you just need to pop out for a second. Example, hold on, I'll be right back. They say it shows confidence and helps you sound more fluent.
Well, yeah, because it's about clear communication of your intention, right?
Yeah.
And managing expectations about where you are. It's small, but it's significant. It's social courtesy.
Yeah.
Stops people wondering, hey, where'd they go? Prevents confusion or maybe even concern.
Simple but effective. Okay, and the last one for spreading positivity. Have a great day.
The classic closer.
Right. The source says use it at the end of a meeting, a call, leaving a shop, like, thanks for your help, have a great day.
Yeah.
Described as kind, respectful, great way to end things. Is it really that universally positive, though, or are there times it might feel a bit off?
That's a fair question. I mean, context is always key.
Okay.
But generally, in most everyday English-speaking interactions, it functions really well. It's a positive closing statement, leaves that good final impression, reinforces the pleasantries. It's like a little signal of goodwill at the end. Acknowledges the interaction, wishes them well. Simple, but it contributes to a positive vibe.
So let's recap those 5 then. Simple, polite, powerful, they say. We've got, can you please help me? I don't understand.
Crucial.
That's okay, no problem.
The smoother over.
I'll be right back.
Expectation management.
And have a great day.
The positive closer.
And the source really pushes you, the listener, to try using even just one of them today. Feel more confident right away.
Yeah, and that emphasis on immediate application, that's so important for learning,
Right.
turning knowledge into actual skill. It's interesting, too, they even point out a common mistake, saying, I coming back, instead of the correct, I'll be right back.
Oh, right.
Explaining that I'll means I will for the future.
Yeah.
That little detail reinforces the correct pattern you see. It's not just random grammar, it's functional.
That leads nicely into this motivation minute section in the source. It's quite powerful, I thought. It basically says, look, you don't have to speak perfect English. Just speak. It emphasizes even native speakers make mistakes, which is true, and says, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now with what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
It frames it as not just learning words, but building confidence, growing, becoming stronger. That message feels like it goes way beyond just language learning, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That's a universal message about learning and growth, full stop.
Yeah.
It tackles that fear of imperfection head on, that anxiety, sometimes called communication apprehension.
Right.
This idea that action, even small, maybe clumsy steps, is way more valuable than sitting around waiting to be perfect, because perfection never really arrives, does it?
Not usually, no.
So this raises a really interesting point. How much of what we call difficulty in learning anything is actually just that fear of stuffing up?
Yeah.
And what if the real progress isn't measured by fluency, but just by the willingness to try, to speak, to engage, mistakes and all?
That's a great perspective. As the source puts it quite nicely, I think, every word you learn is a step closer to confidence.
It sums it up well. This whole deep dive really shows how mastering just a few key phrases can unlock a surprising amount of confidence and just make daily interactions smoother. The power isn't just in the words, it's in the willingness to actually use them, even if it's not perfect.
So a final thought for you listening. Think about your own life, not just language, but any area where you're trying to grow. What small, actionable phrase, maybe just for yourself even, could become your own personal must-know. Something to build your confidence and help you move forward, starting today.